Happy New Year, everyone. Good day, especially to our Chief Professor, Dr. Ronnie Lizada. I have been informed by the Jesuits' way of proceeding for 21 years. It is just but natural for me to anchor my code of ethics as an educational leader and manager within the framework of the process of discernment that the Jesuit educational apostolate has kept alive for almost 5 centuries already. Also, being assigned as the director of or for international linkages in my new school, Iloilo State College of Fisheries, I have seen and learned to give a premium to internationalization, interculturality, universality, and the promotion of global leadership or citizenship. I also have to stress that I am an 8 in the Enneagram, meaning if I follow Carl Jung's way, I am damned to be a congenital leader. So, true enough, I usually end up a default leader in small or big groups, and from student council to school paper to youth and professional organizations. No? It is sometimes a curse for at times. I also want to be in the sideline, only to find myself still unconsciously taking the initiative, no? With position or assigned or not, to take charge of the things, of many things. I just took the test for supervisory beliefs, and I just learned that I usually use directive and collaborative approaches in dealing with others, maybe as 8. Before I enumerate my personal 10 commandments in education leadership, let me clarify that I embrace the Ignatian humanist educational leadership and management framework. And so it is already a given to me to embrace the dictum that a leader must have a clear vision and mission. The leader must have a discerning work ethic. A leader must be self-aware. He or she must be inspiring and technically competent, driven and grounded, heroic, ingenious, inspiring and enlightening, and loving. So that those are givens. I further believe that everyone is a leader because we all make decisions that affect others on a daily basis. And leadership is not a title, but a lifelong process. It is who we are as much as what we do. Leadership, in short, is witnessing. So, with this, I wish to propose the following precepts that an educational leader should be a staunch witness of. Number one, be Catholic or be Christian and offer in depth faith formation in dialogue with other religions and worldviews. I believe that one should explicitly choose to be inspired by our liberating Christian traditions while accepting the presence of other traditions. Being a Catholic means being universal and inclusive with a preferential option for the Christian tradition, which keeps re-evaluating what it means to be a Christian in the midst of a plurality of other options. This includes the promotion of maturity of our own faith through dialogue, formation, and interaction. In short, we are encouraged to be committed to an interreligious dialogue that prepares us to understand, interact, and embrace the religious diversity of our world. So be Catholic, be Christian. Number two, create a safe and healthy space for all. As educators and as Christians, we are encouraged to promote and guarantee environments, opportunities, or spaces free from any form of abuse. May that be social, economic, judicial, sexual, psychological, physical, or emotional abuse. We should inculcate respectful ways of relating to others, identify inappropriate behaviors, and explain how to confront abusive people and situations. We are expected to be agents of what is just, fair, safe, secure, peaceful, and beautiful. Number one, be Christian. Number two, create a safe and healthy space for all. Number three, promote global citizenship. We have a common responsibility for the entire world rather than just members of a particular school, province, nation, group, family, or circle of friends, cliques. No? We are beyond that. In this effort of global citizenship, we are encouraged to truly see God in all things, to be driven by compassion, and to utilize the power of faith for justice and peace. As education leaders and managers, we want our stakeholders to recognize, value, and celebrate their local community, tradition, and culture. And at the same time, be able to communicate, work, identify with others as members of our global community. So be Christian, create a safe and healthy space for all, promote global citizenship. Number four, take care of all creation. In 2015, Pope Francis promulgated the encyclical Laudato Si, which was intended to promote dialogue about our common home, which is undergoing serious deterioration because of human inaction and greed. As education leaders, our resolve must be strong to collaborate with others in the construction of alternative models of life that are based on respect for creation and on a sustainable development capable of producing goods that, when justly distributed, ensure a decent life for all human beings on our planet. We must be champions of environmental education in our respective schools. That's number four. So be Christian, create a safe, healthy space for all, promote global citizenship, and take care of all creation. Number five, promote social justice. Social justice. This is my favorite commandment. Promote social justice. At the heart of the spiritual exercises, St. Ignatius teaches that love ought to be put more in deeds than in words. More in deeds than in words. The commitment to social justice is not marginal to the mission. It is at the heart of the mission. So I believe that the work for justice is never comfortable or completely personal. It always involves a deep desire to change the world, the community, your community, to transmit values, and to leave this earth somehow better than we found it. In the Athenian language, we remind each other to always be men and women for and with others. As educational leaders, we should require all our students, faculty, and staff to use the option for the poor as a criterion so that they never make an important decision without first thinking about how it can affect those who occupy the last place in society, those who are least, last, and lost. Be Christian, create a safe space for all, promote global citizenship, take care of all creation, and promote social justice. Number six, be accessible for all. Be accessible for all, or even be accessible to all. We should be committed to educating any class of person without distinction. Cannot be otherwise, no? Because the educational apostolate bears the indelible imprint of universality. As educational leader, one must look for ways, albeit difficult nowadays, no, to provide the gateway of opportunity for the poor, and it also provides an environment that challenges the comfortable to the socioeconomic diversity of the members of its community. We should respond to the call to walk with the poor and the outcasts and must integrate them within the world of the school as fellow students, teachers, and human beings of the same dignity. Vulnerable, marginalized communities should become companions of education apostolate to help us in the path of promoting justice and the change of economic, political, and social structures that generate injustice. So again, be Christian, create a safe and healthy space for all, promote global citizenship, take care of all creation, promote social justice, be accessible for and to all. And the number seven, the next one is champion interculturality. Interculturality. Our world today is marred by polarization and fear of difference. What results is the turn from mutuality and honest discourse to selfishness and superficial intolerance, taking many different forms, like extreme nationalism, populism, tribalism, racism, uh, sexism, misogynism, sectarianism, all these things. As education leaders, we should look to affirm what is universal within a multicultural world. To describe the idea of universality, we are seeking in the globalization process. It might be useful to remember the original meaning of the concept of Catholic, which referred to the universal nature of the church, including a broad diversity of different situations. The universality is a way of promoting social justice, fraternity, and peace. Be Christian, create a safe and healthy space for all, promote global citizenship, take care of all creation, promote social justice, my favorite, be accessible for all, and champion interculturality. Now, number eight, be an active part of a global network at the service of the mission. Like, let us remember always that the mission here is serving others. As education leaders and managers, we are encouraged to give a premium to universal good, the universal good. Technological advances have brought remarkable new opportunities to make this call to universality a reality. We should find new and innovative ways to ensure intercultural and global collaboration, promote unity while respecting the principle of subsidiarity, which teaches that decisions are best made closest to the action and in the light of the particular context. Be Christian, create a safe and healthy space for all, promote global citizenship, take care of all creation, promote social justice, be accessible for all, champion interculturality, be an active part of a global network at the service of the mission. Number 9, advocate human excellence. Grounded in the principle of cura personalis, the care of the individual. Education leaders and managers must value the dignity and worth of each of its members. He or she should aim to develop women and men of conscience, compassion, commitment, and competence, of course. So conscience, because in addition to knowing themselves, thanks to developing their ability to internalize and cultivate a spiritual life, they have a consistent knowledge and experience of society and its imbalances. Compassion, because they're able to open the hearts or their hearts to be in solidarity with and assume the suffering of others. Commitment, because being compassionate, they honestly strive toward faith and through peaceful means work for social justice and political transformation of their countries, communities, and social structures to achieve justice. And lastly, competence, because they must be number one, capable of creating understanding and using knowledge and skills to live in his or her own context and transform it. Number two, able to be part of the changing and diverse world, creating a life project for others and with others. And number three, competence, because they must be able to develop the intellectual, academic, emotional, and social skills required for professional and human development or human achievement. So educational leaders believe that emphasis in academic excellence should not be neglected. It should not be neglected. It allows our school to fulfill one of its fundamental social roles and allows them to enter in dialogue with the larger society about the meaning of quality education. This endeavor for academic excellence must be framed within the context of human excellence. So not just academic excellence for the heck of it. Academic excellence is not the end. We are talking about academic excellence here, framed within the context of human excellence. Okay, be Christian, create a safe and healthy space for all, promote global citizenship, take care of all creation, promote social justice, be accessible to all or for all, be an active part of the global network at the service of the mission, advocate human excellence, and last but not the least of the Ten Commandments, espouse learning, lifelong learning. Nation spirituality, which I have been formed to live by, espouses the to find God in all things. Find God in all things. What does this mean? It means experiencing the generative, expansive core of wonder, hope, joy, delight, compassion, awe, everywhere, with all, in all. Our task as education leaders is to refresh and deepen our own and our co-teachers' spirituality. Not religiosity, but spirituality, so that we are able, as Jesus said, to enter the kingdom as little children. Leaders should try to practice discernment, learning to listen to and accept the unique gifts and shapes and talents, questions and anxieties, great joys and deep desires, is the ultimate gift of education rooted in an incarnational worldview. I firmly believe that the ultimate success of our educational endeavor can be measured by who the graduate is at the moment of graduation. It's not about who they are at the moment, the loudest they have in the grades that they have. Instead, the gift of education is best measured by how graduates engage life in the decades after graduation. So, did the partly answered questions that were sparked in the classroom continue to be asked and re-asked by the student 10 years after? throughout the student's life? Did the possibilities fostered by networking and authentic encounter bear fruit in future decisions in business, personal life, and the religious quest of the student alumni concerned or the teacher concerned? Did the student or teacher indeed practice a faith that does justice in his life or her life after school? Is he or she, until now, a man or a woman for and with others? I believe that these 10 are crucial handles who seek to answer the call to serve the mission of reconciliation and justice with God, humanity, and creation. Let us try to review these 10 again. First, be Christian, be Catholic, and offer in-depth faith formation in dialogue with other religions and worldviews. As a education leader, you are also encouraged. You should create a safe and healthy space for all, promote global citizenship, take care of all creation, promote social justice, be accessible to and for all, champion interculturality, be an active part of the global network at the service of the mission, advocate human excellence, and espouse lifelong learning. Using these indicators, educators, school administrators, students, and parents will find concrete ways to proceed and be part of this global effort to save souls and to set the world on fire. Ite inflammati omnia. Set the world on fire and to do things for the greater glory of God. Ad maiorem Dei gloria. In summary, leadership starts with the self. It's a personal choice. We are encouraged to lead by example and be authentic. Be truthfully frank with yourself about your strengths, weaknesses, and the gaps between your intended and your actual behavior. We are all encouraged to be a lifelong learner and be a champion of human excellence and social justice. Education leadership is a nuanced, multifaceted role. But what cannot be ignored is that those who choose to be a teacher and administrator also necessarily choose to be an educational leader. It's a given. Bringing your own personality and authenticity to your leadership will fortify it. But grounding the practice in solid principles is as good a place as any to approach such a daunting role. Embracing self-awareness, heroism, ingenuity, and love as these principles, including the 10 code of ethics I have just elaborated, embrace the best chance of delivering the best guidance for the students, faculty, and staff who look to you as their educational. Thank you so much. I hope your time with me is really worth it. Good luck, everyone, in your journey to maximizing the gifts that God has given to you for others and with others. Thank you so much. God bless you all.